Finally starting to unload it. Got the furnace fixed. Awesome dude. Came and fixed it right away. Alex. Awesome. It's good to know people sometimes. It's really cool. Just the people you meet and how you treat them, I guess, you know. I hope everything's in the frame. I got my little fire going over there. But, I'm trying to freaking unload this beast, dude. We'll see. Bobby ready for this, too. Okay, an update. It's starting to snow, which is really cool. Lowering this thing after getting it out was a breeze. Lift it up a little bit, drive out, lowering it. I can see where I gotta fix the corner. It's starting to get rotted, but it's just not going good. It's almost fell twice. It might fall. Got that heater I ran around town 2 weeks ago or a week ago, or whatever it was. Seems to be working. Hopefully, I'd hear some cracking if it did start to fall. It's pretty sketchy. But my main thing is I'm gonna try this out. I know I only slept in a rooftop tent for 3 times, once in my driveway, so twice out in the wilderness. I like it, it's cool. But I've always wanted something like this, and I really want to get one of those four-wheel camper hard side pop-ups, pop-up tents, slide-ins. I want to get one of those. I keep on building them on the website, and I know I'm gonna end up spending, it seems like 46 to 50,000, and I figure trying this out. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. I'm only into it $800. It's an $800 camper. But no, I'll put more money into it. But let's see if we can't get this thing down. Jeez almighty. See what I mean? That foot. You know how long it's gonna take to get it back fucking down or up. Hey, we're in the home stretch. Let's go. Love it. Love it. I guess let's get to work. Not tonight by any means, not tonight. Oh. It's Parker approved. What do you think? Not too shabby. We'll see what we can make of it. See what we can do. So as you can see, I'm watching the Mountain Weather Report. Chris Tomer kicks ass. Awesome. I always watch these, sees what's coming through. Like I said earlier, I was like, I don't see snow coming in. Screw you, iPhone. Should have watched some Tomer. Anyways, I started ripping everything apart. And I'm like, well, it is an $800 camper, but at the same time, I got a lot of work to do. I need selfie stick. I give it to them YouTubers. It takes them a lot of editing. They probably like, oh, does this look right? Does this look right? As far as she goes, people. I think there's a thing in this new DJI Action 5 to get rid of that pole, but I really don't care. I really don't. Going back to this. So, if I make a plate like this, right about here, to use this, I think I'd be way better off. Like, straight up. Screw those 4 corner jacks. Yeah. You gotta go around each and individual one. Lower down, 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 lower down. And as you see in the video, it's kind of a pain in the ass. I almost lost it twice. In the time lapse, I'm holding it with the drill because it spun, and I'm trying to crank it and just gather my bearings. It was tough. Hopefully I don't have to put it down like this, but I think next time what I'll do, these selfie sticks, I don't know. We'll see. We'll be the judge when I go to edit this. Well, I guess I should take some slow-mo or something. Hey everybody from Oregon, we're up here, we're already camping, it's so cool. It's kind of wintry up here, it's crazy. Psych, we're in the driveway. Crushing it. Well, I'm a creature of habit. I just had to sleep in it tonight. My futon mattress fits perfect in here, and I'm so pumped about it. But I just can only think about what it's going to be like when it's in the truck. This is really cool. I'm freaking stoked. That could hit me in the head in the middle of the night, but I got a bunch of storage up there, which is really cool. Maybe I should flip that. I don't know. Bob seems to like it. What do you think, Bob? Frisbee too. He's brought Frisbee to bed too. Ooh. Yeah. Oh. Made some dank nachos. I'm watching a thing about the Old West, but I need to figure out the rest of this. It's a pretty small space and it's going to be easy to heat. That's something I got to keep in mind. Because you don't want to go too crazy with the heater. It's already too hot in here for me now. Bobby, we're going to open a window. Alright, well, teach their own. Well, Uncle Greg, thank you a lot for the ladder, man. This thing's been awesome. We're up here tonight. Hopefully you can see this. Been scraping away at the rooftop vent, putting a new one in. I know this light isn't the perfect thing, but doing the best we can. I kind of don't want to do a bunch of stuff. I just want to make it just pretty simple. It works. But then every time I start tearing something, I'm like, ooh, I'm going to make it better. But then it just gets into this job where it's like, ooh, But tonight, we're doing it. Scraping away. Got a new one at the RV store. Centennial RV here in Grand Junction. Good people. Plenty of stuff in there. Kind of walk around kind of like the dealership that I'm at. I work at All Terrain Motorsports, but you walk around and you look at stuff and you're like, ooh, I could use that. Ooh, I could use that. I think I'm blinding everybody with the camera. But, or the light. But yeah, it's turning out better than I thought it was going to. But at the same time, I didn't really want to rip apart any of the interior panels much, but I think I'm gonna have to. Could have just left it the way it was and just risked it, but sometimes you gotta risk it to get the biscuit. In this case, I'm not a big breakfast guy. I do have to give you a shout out, Uncle Greg. That ladder you picked up has come in handy so many times where I'm like, oh, I got a ladder. 3 years of homeownership and you think I'd have a ladder. But I do now, and it's been working really good, so thank you very much. I will say it is cold out here. Maybe I'm just being a baby, but it seems like everybody's being a baby right now. But it's cold, yeah, because it used to be 100 degrees. But got that little thing I went chasing all over town for. Went to Home Depot the other night. They had one, but it wasn't on their website. I was kind of like, dang it. That would have cut 5 miles off my journey. Maybe 30 minutes, and I would have been to God. Everything worked out perfect anyways, but they did have the same dang one. So, it is cold out here. I got my snow gear on. Some of it. 2 sweaters. I'm fine, but without it, I'd be pretty cold. Alright, so update. Got the roof. Vent out. I think I'm still going to sand this with my little sander though, because there's a lot of stuff I can't get up. Don't get me wrong. I'm doing it in the winter, so it was a little brittle, but I think in the summer it might be a little bit easier in some aspects. But I'm still going to buffer it out. Like I said, thanks Uncle Greg for the ladder. I just can't seem to let things be. And no, it's not that cold. I was just using this because some people have been asking me like, oh, what kind of camper did you get? And I'm like, well, the kind that probably has lead paint. That's my idea of it. Lead paint and asbestos or something. But I went a little overboard, not stopping until I get everything tore out. The funny thing is, halfway through this, I was kind of thinking, I've done this before, and I have done this before because I bought that old pop-up camper. My first venture on this was with a pop-up truck bed camper I found because I was like, I want to get it. Oh, yeah, buddy. Garage is toast. Mission this weekend, clean the garage, then work on the camper. Let me see. Come on. Let me see. Oh, red light. Let me see. There's a quarter. Hit it. Hit it. Huh. Don't blame you. I'm blinding with my light. Anyways, I started this journey a long time ago. I started thinking about camping when my best friend Chris was camping out of his pickup truck, tooling around Colorado, and it seemed like a great time, even though he was going through some hard times, very hard times, and I'm so proud of him. So proud of you, Chris. You're watching this, I know this. But I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. But it all kind of started there. And I originally wanted to sleep by the back seat of the truck. So I started doing that. I'm 6'2", doesn't work for me. Then I found this. I think it was $600. It was a older type of 4-wheel camper. I don't think it was 4-wheel camper, but it was somebody's, and just roach. Grabbed it, and then took it home, unloaded it, and ripped all of the appliances out of it. Everything. Insulated some of the walls that I ripped stuff out of, and pretty much made it awesome. I made it so nice, and then I got to the pop-up top of the roof because it was soft. It was a slide-in truck camper with a soft top pop-up. I didn't know what to do. I should have just ripped it off and just fixed it and just kept it and did it, but I ended up selling the camper about a couple months later, but about a month after I made the decision to sell it. I sold it, and I had a couple hits here and there, but I just knew this one younger couple drove all the way from Denver, Colorado Springs area. I want to say they said they drove 4.5 hours, and he's like, I got an F-150, it'll fit. And I was like, sure, come on out. $800. And he didn't tell me he had super wide tires because I couldn't get it over in a lift. I couldn't get it in the tailgate. So those poor guys had to go home. But so I understand what it was like. When I went to Albuquerque to buy this thing, I was kind of like, karma's a bitch. I went into this knowing that I was going to buy an $800 camper. It was more about the experience of driving 5 hours one way. 500 miles one way, 500 miles back. But I just like driving with Bob, and that's kind of what I want to do. And I think this is going to be a really cool thing, and I just want to make it a shell. So, I guess with that being said, after doing the rooftop thing, I started getting inside, and I was like, well, the bracing in between where the rooftop thing goes, the fan, well, it's not a fan, it's a vent, definitely was rotted out, so I was like, oh, let's get into it. I started getting into it, sat in there for a little while, and I started tearing it out, and I was like, I gotta open up some of these windows. I got the little milk heater going, but so I ripped out the roof paneling. A lot simpler than I thought. But see, this is what I'm dealing with. Here's that ripped up edge. This is the piece I wanted to replace. Replace this. This is actually really solid. This one's actually good. I'm not gonna replace that. I might brace it, but I'm just replacing these two. See? That's what I'm fucking talking about. It's a $800 camper. Not trying to get too crazy with it, but I needed to fix this vent, as you can tell. We'll put this back up, and then I'll probably roll a line there. I'm gonna seal it, but at the same time, I'm probably just gonna put trim up just to hold it up. But I'm gonna start practicing with some wood glue, see how everything's gonna go, because at first I was like, I don't know, jeez almighty. I ripped a little chunk out and I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, what am I getting myself into? And then I had to psych myself up, and I was like, well, and I started ripping it out more, and I was like, Patrick, you got this. You've been sniffing butt or something. I can tell. You stink. You need a bath. Where's your frisbee? Where's your frisbee? Where is it? Oh, you don't even know. I'll rip everything out I can tonight. I'm going to plan on ripping everything out tonight. That way I can go into this weekend with let's rebuild. Because tomorrow night, probably going to do a little bit of time at the Home Depot. Probably. But yeah, my goal is not to spend any more than I've already spent on this camper. So if I paid $800, I'm not going to put any more than $800 into it. I think I'm at 300 with the roof fan. I want to get the lights. I got a couple lights. Another thing is I got to brace the corner. Other than that, I'm willing to dump another 800 in this and then kind of go from there. It's one of those, it's more of a learning experience, and I kind of found myself, like I said earlier, feeling like it's not impossible, Patrick. You can do it. And you're not trying to make the Taj Mahal here. It's just got to be feasible for what Good Bob Magic and I do. Right? What are you even doing? Did you find it? Come on. What are you doing? Oh, you did find Frisbee. Ew. Get up there. Come on. Addicted. Been trying to take it easy with the Frisbee because your ankle's messed. But a little rest. You'll be alright. Come on. Well, next clip is going to be everything tore out. Hopefully. Well, I'm going to be honest. I wasn't planning on ripping too much more stuff out, but once I started going with this ceiling, I kind of went nuts, and that air conditioner was pretty old. I wasn't even sure if it worked. I should have plugged it in, but at the same time, some of those old ones are better than the new ones. But I was like, it was really brittle, and I wanted to see what was behind that wall. I wanted to see if there's a bunch of rot, and because it didn't feel very strong, but I wanted to see if there's a bunch of rot, and turns out there wasn't much rot at all. There actually wasn't any rot. It just, I think it was put in after the fact. So this is holding the support bracket outside. That little one over there is holding the support bracket outside. Other than that, it was just resting on the edge. And don't get me wrong, it was really firm. When you reef on it in the back, I mean, it didn't go anywhere. But I think that was because of the caulk and stuff. But I guess we'll see. My plan is I think what I want to do is obviously support this. I have that air conditioner in the garage. It's a little bit smaller, but I really don't care. I think I'm going to be able to just be fine with it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little bit of a more support and a border. I got some lumber that's perfect for this, I think. Then also, that just had a wood cover over it with staples, and I think that's where the fridge used to be. I believe so, because it looks like a ventilation for a fridge, but there's nothing there other than a little piece of wood. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that off, insulate it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a whole piece of wood, I'm going to cut it so everything fits perfect in there, and I'm also going to line this, because that was that corner that was rotted, but I'm not going to get into fixing that. Like, it's not that bad. I mean, it's bad enough, but this is a whole one piece, and that's like the thing of the camper. Like, I don't want to get into that. That's the base, you know. And that'd be like the Titanic hitting that iceberg. It just wouldn't. It's just a lot of work. They built it from the ground up, and I'm trying to remodel it from the top down. So the base is good. The bones are good. The bones are good. What are you even doing? Yeah. Addicted to Frisbee. Addicted. I actually took an old piece of wood and just glued it here. I want to see how that holds with support, because I'm going to put another 2x4 here and here as opposed to 1x1. Thanks to Zach at work, he's like, well, why not use a 2x4 as opposed to a 1x1? And I was like, that's actually a really good idea. So, yeah. I think what I'm going to do is just what I just said. There's some other things in here. I was like, oh, and I'm like, nah. Do what you got to do. I actually think that these windows are not stock either. Not for this era of camper, being that's the window for the old style. This probably had the flip open windows, but these brackets here really make me go, wow. It's super stout. But I have a feeling this was like a bed platform because there's this angle iron. And this is where somebody slept, maybe? Or they slept down here. I mean, that would be a really small person. Like shoulder to shoulder, tip to tail, you know, I don't know. I mean, it's feasible, but the windows are definitely newer. So with that being here, I was like, there's got to be a brace here because it's cool to see everything else in the wall, because I'm like, it's actually built very chintzy, but to see how solid it's been for, who knows, 25, 30 years, 35 years is pretty cool. But you can see that this used to go up to here and they obviously just lopped it off. This is just hanging. This is just nothing. So we're going to reinforce it, and I'm going to spray foam that while I have it open. I'm not going to spray foam up here because I don't think that's the best idea for me. But now I got a lot of the wires exposed. I just keep on getting into little... a lot of the wires exposed, but I keep on getting the little things where I'm like, yeah, do this, do that. And then next thing you know, I'm like, don't go too far. But this isn't too far. I can really... all I'm going to do is brace it. I'm just going to put wood back in here. I'm not a very good woodsmith, carpenter, that's what I was looking for. Put the air conditioner on. Bobby, what are you even doing? Oh, well, I gotta go, folks. It's Frisbee time. Little update, so it's the next night. I've been getting carried away. Stay up till like 2 o'clock. Not just work on the camper, but then around 1 o'clock go inside and take a shower from the asbestos and all the stuff. But, oh, good boy. Tearing away at that corner. I'm going to liquid nails it. I'm going to put a bunch of stuff in there and see what I can do. I'm not trying to get carried away with this camper. It's already been redone on just about every corner other than that one. And when I say redone, it's like people like me. I started to look at this thing a little bit. And I started to look at it and be like, man, I wish I knew the person that redid it last time. It looks like it's been through a couple owners that have did their best to keep it going. I hope not the last. She's got a lot of life in her. But, yeah. Just looking at what they've done, I'm like, oh, okay, it gives me an idea. Otherwise, I might not have thought about it. But this, I was going to cut it out. I was going to cut all this out. Get the light on here. But I kind of just said, I don't really want to do that. So I drilled a piece of wood just now. One of these pieces, thin stuff. Underneath of it. And that's what's going to hold this thing going down the road. Kidding. What I'm going to do is, with the holes underneath of it, I thought that if I put this liquid nails in there, it's just going to drip on the freaking ground. So, trying to think ahead here. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill this up. I got some really tough stuff. It said that it would mount up to 0 degrees, and that's what I was looking for, because I'm like, man, it's probably going to get down to 27, 28 tonight, maybe. Yeah, so we're going to go for it and see what we can do. Let's go from there. Oh, I got a pizza in the oven that I gotta go check on. I forgot about that. Lamb toy too. Lamb toy too. Don't want him because feet on the floor. So, update. I'm knees deep into this. Do the best I can, best I know how. Don't really know how. Nobody's ever taught me, but at the same time, I've watched enough people like my father do stuff that I think. Hear that train? That's cool. It seems like no matter where I've ever lived in my life, I've always been able to hear the train. So what I've been doing is I added this and this and this, glued it. Don't care about the mess. This is all that Gorilla Glue bonding. Let's see what happens kind of thing. But I've been using these little L brackets. It's more like a V bracket if you hold it like that. But yeah, I need to finish this out. My dad and I had a great conversation earlier about the diesel heater. And he's like, oh, just put it on the other side of the door where opposite side of the door of the air conditioner. And I was like, oh yeah, I can't do that because there's a shelf here and I'm going to make a shelf and storage. But he's right. I need to reinforce this enough that underneath of the air conditioner I can put one of those little diesel heater units and be able to have the diesel fuel outside to fill it up, because that's one thing I did not want in here, and it's such a small space. I mean, it's literally only 8.5 by 6, but I didn't want. I couldn't figure out how to fill the diesel heat. I couldn't put diesel in it. You know what I mean? Like how, no matter where I store it, I know there's a cool way, but I don't want to. Oh, hey, come on, get in here. It's cold. It's freaking cold. Get up here. It's cold. It's cold. It's so cold. But I couldn't figure out where I should do that. I love you. This is a good boy. So I think. Sorry, I'm slippery. I got all my snow gear on. There ain't nowhere for you to lay down and be comfy. Don't need it. All you want is monkey finger. Lamb toy. See, lamb toy. Come on. Lamb toy. Oh. So I gotta go out and throw it. Gotta go out and throw a lamb. I never thought I'd be a grown-ass man throwing a lamb. Something that I do find pretty interesting and cool is that maybe one other person, since this camper is new, maybe the other person that had it like 15 years later was like, oh, I gotta fix this rot, this can be a good camper, because a lot of these corners, other than the one that I'm doing now, have been redone. And redone really stout. Like, I don't have a welder. I've never welded before. One time I hit a little bead and that was it, at John Herring's house in Fort Gratiot, Michigan. Best friend, love you. But I guess I'm just the wood guy. A shitty wood guy. But we'll see. See how it goes. Well, I didn't record anything. I didn't record anything last night, but it was raining cats and dogs. Right above us, maybe 400 feet, it was just snowing in all the mountains around. It was a really good test for the top. I didn't have any leaks from what I did, but I discovered a couple extra ones. But I'm okay with it. I think we're okay. So what I've been doing is I seamed up the rest of it. I'm probably going to put a piece of trim here and then down here and trim that in. I did buy some paint. We'll see. It's definitely not this 1970s awesome mint green, but I do have this corner pretty squared away. Everything seems to be holding up. The only leaks I saw last night, I put Bob's dog dish outside and it had already been raining for about 4 or 5 hours, and when this morning I had that much water in the dog dish, so I'm guessing probably about 2.5, 3 inches worth of water, which came down like rain and sleet out here. Hissy, what are you doing? Got him a new ball. I was in the hardware store and I was like, well, let's get him something. He likes his ball. Yes, ball too. Come on. Well, get in here. Make it a homie. Not just for me, but for you too. Good boy. So the rain was dripping down here and here. I noticed that there's a screw missing here, a screw missing here. I couldn't feel any moisture coming from anywhere. I do see a little bit of rot here. I'm not gonna freaking do anything about that. But what I think I'm gonna do is I still need to caulk more on the top. I want to put a whole layer of RV caulking sealing that Chris was telling me about on top. But I think it was coming in from one of the marker lights up top that was busted out. I think the rain was just coming in there, coming down the side, dripping in here, and then coming down. I could not find anywhere else that was wet, like it was coming from there. I'm not going to rip into any more of it. Just got to make sure this is sealed up. Other than that, everything else is sealed up. I got to redo this cabinet the way I'm going to do it. Put a little trim piece up there. Maybe put a light up here. I don't know. I'm not too worried about lighting because there's so many options these days of LED lights and little battery packs. But I do want to get a portable battery pack in here that I can just charge my phone, stuff like that. Run my lighting and stuff. I don't really feel like I need to have it plugged in. But the space heater in here, awesome. Yeah, we'll see. I got some paint. We'll see. I'm not sure. I really want it to look cool and awesome and good, but I really just want to make it look good to me before I even did anything. And I think it looks better now that I did stuff. But we'll see. We'll go from there. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Planning on cooking a little bit of stuff for Jen and I, my sister. I'm working on the camper, really. Maybe clean up the garage a little bit. Waiting on some snow bike parts to come in. Chris has already been snow biking. It's going to be awesome up there. I got to get this done. I have to get this done. I want to use it this winter. I want to do some videos on it. I'm excited. Well, happy Thanksgiving. Wait. Oh my goodness, you got a squirrel toy. You guys ripped it up already. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Oh, no. Oh, he's too mean. He's too mean. He might bite me. He might bite me. Drop it. Hey. That's a squirrel toy. So he ripped it up. Usually they last forever. You must have really won. That's a hey. Yes. Squirrel toy too. Very nice to it. Rip it apart. Well, I haven't recorded anything in a couple days. It's been super cold. It's beautiful out right now. Sun's going down. Really didn't do a whole lot for 2 days. Just kind of did a couple things. Nothing really too crazy. Made that bed slide out platform. Today I've been working on this. It's not exactly what I wanted, but it looks pretty good. So it's good enough. I'm going to use some of this. I don't know what the heck kind of wood it is, but it's nice wood. But plan is right now to get this framed in the best I can. Get that done so that this week I can do paint. I did get this bolted in. I'm pretty happy with it. As you can see, I missed the screw holes a little bit. But trim pieces, and like I said, I'm not trying to make a Taj Mahal. I did put my tablet mount up there, and it works great. I actually slept in here last night with Bob. Watched Grumpier Old Men. I forgot how funny that movie is. It's super funny. I mean, especially at the beginning. Kind of trails off, but now I want to watch Grumpier Old Men. But I can't remember that guy's name, but Walter Matthau maybe? I'm not sure. But that guy is so funny. Whatever, Gustafson. You know, it's so funny. But I did get this on. Very stout. Hopefully it's not angled too much. Worst case scenario. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Bob loves it. But that's pretty much it. Working on that. Tonight I'm going to frame in the rest of this stuff up here. And then get this finished. Pretty much be done with it for now. That way I think this week I'm going to paint. Get everything done with painting. And once the paint's done, I'm going to take out this flooring. I don't like the cracks. I'm going to add some of this in here, which is the stuff out of my house that was left over from when I bought it. And I think it's going to be really nice. I'm going to use some foam, seal up the doors, eventually do this. But big thing is I'm going to power wash this thing. After this is all said and done, I'm going to power wash it. And I'm going to caulk the crap out of it. I haven't been able to get caulk. All the RV dealers are on freaking holiday hours. Might as well be bankers. But yeah, I need to go through here and fix any little holes I see. I don't know who's redone or what the heck kind of camper this is, because I can't find a tag on it, nothing. But once all this is said and done, I think what I'm going to do is get it lifted up, insulate that floor, get it so I can put the wood in there and just be able to slide it in, make a platform that I can sit on, and kind of go from there. But haven't really been doing a whole lot of recording. Haven't been really doing much the last 2 days. But get this finished up, show you the finished product, and go from there. Little update here. So this is where we're at. It's a couple days later, to be honest with you. It's been about a week. I haven't really felt like doing a whole lot. Been kind of coming home being like, man, that first 2 weeks was kind of like, go, like, yeah, let's go. And then now I'm like, little slow things here or there. But I do have some bad news. I bought a sailboat, and I'm planning on going whaling. That's how I feel like with this hat. Jacques Cousteau. Who knows? When I say whaling, I'm not talking about killing whales. I'm talking about, like, I'm going looking for whales. But I got as far as I could. Oh, it's nice and warm in here. It's so freaking cold in the garage. Man, this milk heater is really kicking butt. It does feel good. Come on, Bobby. Come on, get up here. Yeah, it's been doing pretty good with that one. But so far, I've added all the trim around here. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not a carpenter. I'm just trying to make it, you know. Just trying to make it cozy for me and Bob. Bob and I, you know. My 9th grade school literature teacher would have said, Bob and I. Not me and Bob. So, I've always kind of wondered. Oh, yeah, it is cozy in here. It smells like wood. Smells pretty good in here. I think I'm gonna stain all this. I might do the dark green through here. This is a shit show. Don't get me wrong. This is a shit show. It's the coolest I could figure out how to make it, but there's not a whole lot to screw to on the ceiling. So it kind of was just driving screws in and being like, son of a bee sting, I missed it. And the thing I was missing was kind of rotted. I should have, when I ripped the roof off, I should have redone this part of it. But like I said, I'm not trying to make the Taj Mahal here. I'm trying to make something pretty comfy for Bob and I. I did it, Bob and I. I have gotten to a good place with this cabinet. I wouldn't say it's a cabinet. I'd say it's a shelving unit. I have split some wood. And every time, you get really mad about it, but it is what it is. A little wood filler goes a long way. It's alright. It's just about making it stronger and making it better. Good boy. Come on. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go dark green with it and a little bit of trim. I think I'm going to try to stain a lot of the stuff in here and then paint some of this stuff, redo the flooring. I'm not saying it's going to be this season, but it might be next. But it's going to be super livable for a weekend, and my goal is to make it cozy and nice. And in the summertime, man, I can't wait to get up in the mountain with Bob. Oh, what I was going to say, see this right here? This ball? It's always in his mouth. And I've been thinking about this, and I'm like, anytime I go to a place where they have a pig roast, or I always think about medieval times where the pig on the table has an apple in its mouth, and it's like, oh, it's for, who knows? But the pig's dead. But who's to say that that pig wasn't that king's prized pig and he loved to fetch apples? I'm just saying. Hear me out. Bob likes green apple. Yeah, I'm actually really proud of myself at this point, because I mean, it's a lot of here we go and who knows what we're doing kind of thing. And I think it's turned out pretty good. Better than I imagined, judging off the fact that I didn't really think about this before I bought it. I was like, I'm going to buy it and use it. And now I'm like, I'm going to buy it and I have to make this better to use it. But my one thing I've been thinking about is the fact that if I drove all the way home with this thing from Albuquerque to Colorado, and it was like a 9-10 hour drive, kind of technically, when pulling off a little bit longer, it made it all that way just the way it was. So everything I've done to it has to have made it that much stouter. So that might be its name. Stouter.